Welcome to this channel. We'll be checking out one of our EAs. As we've mentioned earlier, we'll be introducing EA, expert advisor, to the group, so it relieves the strain or the stress of manual trading. Now, from collections of EAs we've had and the fact we are aware lots of people are in the group struggling to make consistent profit, struggling to pass prop firm challenges, so we feel this is one of the best indicators to actually introduce to the group. So let's dive down to the set files here. Now we have these. So from here, the first thing we have here is start manual order. So when you enable this to true, then it means you want to trade manually. So it gives you a buy and sell button at the top of the at the surface of the chart. Like as you can see here, we have the buy here, we have the sell here, we have the close all buy, and then we have the close all sell. We know that MT4 doesn't allow closure of multiple position at a go, but then this expert advisor is giving you an option. You can close all running positions, all buys or all sells at a click. Now we'll move to the next thing on the set file. Now it says open new orders. Now that is after an order has been closed automatically, so it's asking, do you still want to open a new order, so which is set as true, you can see here. Then the next is enable grid. Now grid, people ask what is grid. So grid, the command for grid actually allows more than one trade to open at certain distances from each other. That is, you don't get to open just one trade, you get to keep opening more trades. Let's say we are on a buy and price isn't buying and price starts to move against our position, then the EA would open a new position at a better price, and if there is a pullback, then we don't need to wait for the initial position to move all the way in profit before the EA takes profit. Now we have the close all orders. Now if this is enabled, then when a parameter is met, like let's say you set a target, once this target is met, then it will close all the running positions. Now we have enable engine A, which is buy. Now this simply means that when this is enabled, that is the EA will take buy positions, and vice versa. That is, if an engine B is enabled, it means the EA would both would open sell positions. Now if either of this is disabled, let's say the buy is disabled, say we put it on false, then it means the EA would not open any buy position, and vice versa. So this is actually very how would I put it, this is making sense in the sense that when price is going in a particular direction, we are saying this is going in a buy or sell direction, so you can't just disable the counter trend. Let's say we are on a buy market, market continues to buy, so why should you enable the EA to run sell orders? So that is what that is for. Now we have the lot configuration. So this is simply the lot mode. The lot mode simply is asking, do you want a fixed lot or a percentage? When we say a fixed lot, let's say I want to use 0.10, so it will only be starting each position with 0.10. But then if I say a percentage of my lot, now this means whatever percentage I set, the EA calculates the percentage of my account, of my balance. And this is where prop firm users comes in. Now, you don't want to use 5% or 10%. You don't want to use more than 5% of your prop account. So it is even advisable to trade. Most prop firms don't allow you to, would not encourage you to take a trade with more than 2% of your capital, of their capital in one trade. They won't allow it. Even the moment you do it, that is a soft breach. So I'm just saying this so most of us that are having a prop firm, I don't say of Naira Trader, because Naira Trader is not giving you any rules. But then most prop firms out there, the moment you open a trade that is bigger than 2% of their capital size, they see it as gambling and you might be denied payment. So it is in one of their rules. So you can set it to a percentage lot. So this is where this is beneficial is this: if your account grows bigger, then the starting lot also starts to increase. And then if your account grows smaller, then the starting lot tends to decrease, unlike fixed lot. So you can set your for the fixed lot, you can set 0 or whatever lot size you want to use. So if it is for the percentage lot, then you can come here and set whatever percentage. So it will be advisable to start with 0.01 or 0.02. So just to start with very low risk. Now the take profit target. Now the take profit is in 100 pips. You can set your stop loss as well. And then this is for grid. Okay, for grid. Okay, yes, type grid lot. Now if you want to martingale, martingale simply means well, I would just say martingale simply means multiplying the initial lot by a factor you've given it. So let's say if my starting lot is 0.01, if my factor for martingale is 2, then the next lot will be 0.02. The next one will be multiplied by 2, which is 0.04. The next one will be multiplied by 2, which is 0.0. So it goes on like that. Though it is actually a risky strategy, but then it is rewarding. Then if you don't want to use a martingale, you can use a fixed lot. Like, it will not increase the lot, it only continues to open the same lot. Then you can also use this sum start lot. So this one opens 0.01, then it increases immediately 0.02, 0.03, 4, 5, 6. It continues to increase for each position it opens. Then we have the step lot. Now the step lot is after 0.01 3 times, 0.02 3 times, 0.03 3 times, like that. So this is actually useful when market is going strongly against your direction, and then you'd want to stay in the position for pullbacks. So when a pullback is made, then you make profit. Then the step size in pips. Now this is the number of pips before the next position will open. So let's say, so this is set at 100. So this next set, the number of pips, let's say the first position is running in loss. Now it wants to layer the position. Now how many pips before it layers the position? So if you are using martingale here, now it is asking what factor of martingale do you want to use. To me, 1.457 is too high. I would prefer in the range of 1.3, 1.25, something like that. Now step lot. Now that is okay, if it is step lot, because we have martingale, we have what else again here? We have step lot, we have some start lot and the likes. So it is asking if it is step lot. So what factor do you want to use in multiplying the next lot? Now we also have the maximum lot, because as martingale is going, it continues to increase it. So what is the maximum? And you get one lot size, two lot size. So what is the maximum lot it will ever open? So it is 99 lots. You don't want to get to that level. So after change, so we have let's just move quickly. Don't want this video to be too long. So we have enable grid dual side. That is dual side should be in two directions, isn't it? Well, let me just move to the next one. Step 1 order by candle. Now this one is saying step 1 order by candle. Now that is the next step will only open when the next candle opens. Let's say we're on a 5 minutes time frame, and the first order opens on the first candle. Now the next order will open after the closure of the first candle. That is in 5 minutes interval. So then it is asking on what time frame. So we are saying on the current time frame. So if this EA is attached to a 4-hour time frame, do not be surprised. It will wait for 4 hours before the next position will open. If you enable this so let's move smooth. No, I don't want to touch this moving average and the like. So then high low, should I well the main idea of high low is that the EA will enter a long trade when price breaks the high of the previous candle. So when the high of a previous candle is broken, then the EA will enter a long trade, meaning it is signaling that the price is still going in that direction, and vice versa. That is, if the low of the previous candle is also broken, it is signaling that price is going in a bearish direction. So the EA would open a direction in that, will open a position in that direction as well. So that is the setting for the high low. Let me just move. So I possibly can't explain everything, but I'm just trying to. So trailing stop, I believe majority of us know what is trailing stop is. So trailing stop moves with the market price, so it is only protecting profits. So and should, in case there is a pullback, let's say you have entered a trade and the market is already running in profit, and then a pullback is starting to occur, so trailing stop would have activated some pips. Maybe you want your trailing stop to have activated maybe 30 pips, since the profit target here is 100 pips. So let's say once the position is running in 30 pips, your trailing stop gets activated, and should price makes a pullback below that 30 pips, then it will be closed in profit, because the trading stop has already locked in profit. So instead of it going back all the way to loss, now use break even. So break even is just like once price starts moving in profit, then a break even is you are protecting your position. So a stop loss will be set at the entry of your position. So that is, your stop loss will be moved to entry. So let me just use it like that. Now this is where it gets interesting. Now we'll see we have daily limits. Now it's saying maximum trades per day. So if you set this, if I should set 10, then once this EA open 10th position in a day, it will stop trading. It will not open any other position again. So we have price ranger. Well, price range, I don't really want to talk about it, but then it is when price is ranging between an high and a low. Then we have the equity guardian, and this is getting more interesting. So we have we have the equity guardian is so we are saying all trades. So what does the equity guardian really mean? So the equity guardian is is like an equity protector. So what it does is this, that is, if by some parameters, okay, let's go further. I'll just explain as we go further. So what it's saying is, once your target is hit for the day, especially for prop firm traders, now because we would have set a percentage, let's say I set to make 0.5% daily on my prop firm account. So the moment that target has been hit, now the equity guardian comes in. So does it close all trade? Do you want it to close all trades? Now it will close every trade if it is set at all trades. But if it is this symbol, let's say this EA is installed on Euro USD. So if the moment the target is hit on Euro USD, it will close all trades on Euro USD. So that is so. But then if you set it at opened with EA, so this symbol means it doesn't necessarily have to be that it is the EA that opens all the Euro USD. So let's say the EA is running some positions on Euro USD, then I manually opened some positions on Euro USD, or another EA opened a position on Euro USD, then the EA will close everything on Euro USD. Or if it is opened with EA, if you set it with opened with EA, the EA does not have any business with your manual trades or other EA trades. It only opens or closes whatever position that it opens by itself. So that is how the equity guardian activates works. Now, so after it has been, let's say your target has been hit for the day, either your profit or loss. Let's say I'm setting it to close positions. My equity guidance should activate. Let's say if my target for the day is met and I set my target to 0.5%. Some people would think 0.5% is small, but then 0.5% of 100k accounts is $500. So making that daily is not a small fund. So what should what should equity guardian do? Now, do you want it to close the chart for you? Because you can be tempted, because if you are still looking at the chart, you might be tempted like, and the price is doing this, so let me enter again. So the equity guardian will close the chart if you set it to true. Then turn off auto trade, that is, it will even stop auto trading. So even if you have any other EA running, should in case you have any other EA running on the account, then it will stop auto trade. Even that EA will not be able to open a new account. Then close MetaTrader, even you can tell it to close. So if this is put to true, it will also close MetaTrader. So to ensure that you are not in the market again for the day. Then we have a maximum floating drawdown in money. So in this case now, it says the maximum floating drawdown you allow it for the day. Let's say for especially for those with prop firm accounts, you can't have a drawdown above 5%. Now you don't want to risk the 5% for a day. Now let's say you don't want a drawdown of 2%. You don't want it above 2%. So here you can calculate, let's say for a 10k account, 2% of 10k is 200. So you can just come in and type 200 here. So if there is a floating loss of 200, then the EA closes, the equity guardian closes all the running position. Or you can put it here in percentage. Like, I don't want to keep calculating what percentage and what is the percentage. So just put maybe 2%. So once the drawdown gets to 2%, it closes the trade. So that is the so that is how the equity guardian works. So we still have the minimum equity to off. Well, okay, that is when you are running trades. should in case you don't want to use this or this, you can still use minimum. That is when your equity reaches a minimum. Like this is the minimum. Once the equity gets to this level, just close the trade. I don't want. So that is it. So we also have we have maximum floating profit. That is when the profit gets to a level. As I said, if I'm targeting 0.5%, if I have a floating profit that enters that amount, it closes it. Or if I just set maximum floating profits to maybe $100, so should I have any running position that enters $100 floating, it would close the position. Or if I set it to $5, so any moment in the day that my floating profit is $5, then it will close the position. And then we also have you can also put it in percentage and the likes. So your daily target mode could be, you can put it in equity money or in percentage and the likes. So once the target has been hit for the day, it stops trading. So you can also use it for so that is basically the most important things to use with EA. So you can use EA if you're in news filters. You should not trade on news and the likes like that. So I hope this would actually, for those that would be using this EA, so you should know what works best for you when setting the parameters. So this is just a clue on how the set files work. So you can also set trading hours. You can set trading hours. So this is it. Yeah, the moment you enable this, it will give you option to set your trading hour. So let's say some people would like to trade London and New York session. So you can just come and say, I want it to start trading from maybe 12 o'clock, maybe 12 p.m. I want it to start. So that is when the day will commence trading. So also ensure that your GMT, your time zone, is set correctly. This is it. So it seems in our region here, it seems our GMT is +1 or so. So that is just the basic functions of the A. So I hope this video helps to clarify most of the questions that might want to arise. So we wish you a happy trading.